Today, we are diving into a truly revolutionary way to understand our own minds and maybe even find a little more inner peace. And believe it or not, it all started when one brain scientist got the incredible and kind of terrifying chance to study her own brain from the inside out as it was shutting down. So, meet Dr. Jill Bolt Taylor. She's a neuroanatomist, someone who studies the brain for a living. And one morning, she woke up and realized she was having a massive stroke. But here's the wild part. Instead of just panicking, the scientist in her totally took over. She literally started observing what was happening, becoming the subject of her own unimaginable experiment. As this hemorrhage started growing in the left hemisphere of her brain, she could feel her world just fading away. Her ability to speak, her connection to the outside world, her memories, even her very identity as Jill. It all just started to dissolve. What she was left with was a completely different reality. Without all the constant chatter and noise from her left brain, she found herself in this state of profound peace, feeling completely connected to the universe around her. This whole experience showed her the stunning contrast between two totally different ways of being, two worlds that are coexisting inside our skulls all the time, and we don't even realize it. So her left hemisphere world, that was all about logic, order, and time, the stuff that makes you an individual. But her right hemisphere, wow, that was pure present moment awareness. There were no boundaries, no stress, just this expansive, euphoric peace. She said she felt completely at one with everything. It took her 8 years to recover. And during that time, Dr. Taylor didn't just rebuild her brain. She completely remapped it. She realized that our common understanding of how our minds work was, well, incomplete. We've all heard this, right? The whole pop psychology thing. You're either a logical left brain person or a creative right brain person. But is it really that simple? Dr. Taylor's incredible journey suggested there's a lot more to the story. And here's the crucial insight. It's not just a two-way street. For decades, we've kind of been told that the right brain is the emotional one and the left brain is the rational one. But it turns out we have emotional centers in both hemispheres. So what does that mean? It means we actually have 4 distinct modules of cells. She calls these 4 modules the 4 characters. Think of them as 4 distinct personalities living inside your brain, and each one has its own unique set of skills, its own values, and its own way of seeing the world. So think of it like there's a team inside your head. And this is kind of funny. It means every relationship you have isn't just between 2 people, it's actually between 8 characters. So let's go ahead and meet the 4 that make you, you. All right, first up, we've got character 1. This is your inner CEO, your organizer. This is the part of you that makes to-do lists, that loves a clean desk, and really values being on time. It's the part that defines you as an individual, thinks in words, and absolutely loves structure. Next up is character 2, our cautious little guardian. Now, this is the part of you that holds on to old hurts and is constantly scanning for potential threats. It's a really vital alarm system, for sure, but it can get stuck in fear and anxiety and past trauma. And then there's character 3, the adventurer. This is your spontaneous, fun-loving, creative side. It lives purely in the here and now, always seeking joy and connection. It's the part of you that wants to go dance in the rain or try some crazy new recipe just for the fun of it. And finally, we have character 4, your inner sage. This is your deep wisdom, the peaceful, quiet part of you that feels connected to everything. It's the source of that feeling of awe when you see a beautiful sunset, or the gratitude you feel just for being alive. It's calm, it's loving, and it just knows that we are all interconnected. Okay, so we have these 4 very different characters running around inside our heads. How in the world do we get them to work together as a team instead of constantly fighting for control? Well, Dr. Taylor has a tool for that. She calls it the brain huddle. But first, you have to understand something she calls the 90-second rule. It's fascinating. When you have an emotional reaction, like anger or fear, the stress chemicals that cause that feeling, they only last for about 90 seconds in your bloodstream. Just think about that for a second. After that minute and a half is up, if you're still feeling angry or scared or whatever, it's because you are consciously or unconsciously choosing to re-trigger that emotional loop. And that little biological fact, it gives you an incredible window of power. And this is the tool to use that power. First, B is for breathe. Just pause the automatic reaction. Then R is for recognize. Which character just showed up? Is it your anxious character 2? Maybe your rigid character 1? Next, A for appreciate. Thank them for trying to help. And remember, you have a whole team. I is for inquire. Ask all 4 of them for their perspective. And finally, N is for navigate. You consciously choose who you want to be in the next moment. And that, right there, is the ultimate takeaway. The Brain Huddle isn't just some clever little acronym. It's a roadmap to taking back control of your own internal world. You know, when you start practicing this, you learn to stop being a victim of your own emotional reactions. You can start to understand why you, and hey, the people around you, act the way you do. You can build healthier relationships because you realize it's not just you against them, it's all of your characters interacting. And ultimately, it gives you the power to find peace, no matter what's going on outside. So, I'll just leave you with this question to think about. As you go about your day-to-day, just notice. Who's running the show? Is it your organized character 1, your worried character 2, your playful character 3, or your peaceful, wise character 4? Because the very first step to living a whole brain life is just to listen.